find exact solutions by completing the square method. We have 3x to the power of 2 minus 2x is equal to 1. Okay, the first step is to eliminate the coefficient of x squared. To do that, we can multiply each term by reciprocal of coefficient of x squared, which is 1/3. So multiply each term by 1/3. This method works when the coefficient of x squared is equal to 1. So in this case we get x to the power of 2 minus 2/3 x is equal to 1/3. The next step is to take the coefficient of x divided by 2 and then square it. So if you take the coefficient of x, which is minus 2/3, then you dividing it by 2, it's like multiplying by 1/2, then we square that. So in this case we would get, reduce this, minus 1/3 squared, that would be equal to 1/9. To solve by completing the square, step number 1 again is to make the coefficient of x squared is equal to 1. In this case we did that. And then we take the coefficient of x, we divide it by 2, and we square that. And we find the number that we need to add to complete the square, which in this case is equal to 1/9. We need to add 1/9 to both sides of the equation to complete the square. So let's do that. I have x squared minus 2/3 x plus 1/9 equal to 1/3 plus 1/9. And by doing that, we can factor what we have on the left hand side, and both of these binomials will be exactly the same, so we can complete the square. So the left hand side guaranteed to be factorable. If you look at x squared, so we need to put x and x here, and we look at 1/9, so we put 1/3 and 1/3 here. 1/3 times 1/3 would be equal to 1/9. If I choose both of these to be minus 1/3 minus 1/3, that adds up to minus 2/3. So this is how you complete the square. So you get x minus 1/3 to the power of 2. On the right hand side, you just simply add 1/3 and 1/9. The LCD here is 9, so I have to multiply this by 3/3. So 3/9 plus 1/9, that adds up to 4/9. So we've done completing the square. Once again, let's review the method. Here it says solve by completing the square. You make sure the coefficient of x squared is equal to 1. The coefficient of x squared was 3 originally. You multiply each term by 1/3. Now we have the coefficient of x squared is equal to 1. Now we take the coefficient of x, you always do that, divided by 2, and then you square. In this case, the coefficient of x is a fraction, minus 2/3. You divide it by 2, it's the same as multiplying it by 1/2. And when we square it, we get 1/9. 1/9 is added to both sides of the equation, and that's how we can complete the square on the left-hand side.